Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Empyrion. I've been doing a lot of grinding and whatnot, and I hit a couple more POIs that have regenerated, and I went back and I ground at the drone base a couple of times just to get some gear and whatnot, and finally managed to get myself a tier 2 drill. To play with. And I'm thinking that it's time I started working on a project that I've been wanting to do for a while. See, everybody builds bases and they all build the same darn thing. I mean, yeah, everyone's unique, everyone's individual, everyone's different. But they're all the same in one way. They're either on the ground or in the ground. I want to build a base, and I've been really thinking about where to build it. I want to build a base in the clouds. Now there is a limit to how high you can go up before you basically start running into issues. Using the terrain filling option on the tier 2 drill and about 7 to 10 charges, depending on how high you start, you will hit your terrain maximum height, which basically that's as high as the terrain is allowed. From the terrain maximum height, you can then build fairly high straight up. At least I've tested in a couple of test worlds and I've run into the same thing. Hit terrain maximum height and I can build from the terrain up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over near where this abandoned, or this old fortress was. I was thinking of doing it over here, but this area is already, as you can see, somewhat cluttered. And we really do need to expand and occupy this desert with a force. So I'm thinking going on this mountain here, and from this mountain point here, go straight up. So that mountain is a little to the north and a little to the east of us. It's one of these mountain ranges over there. And I'm going to go straight up as high as I can. And then I'm going to start building. Now, I've been trying to think of ideas to build. Like, do I build, like a steampunk type, base? Do I build some kind of a military type base? Do I just go and build the eternal floating city? Don't know. Haven't decided yet. In fact, that's one of the things about me when I build is I usually don't know what I'm building till after I've got it built. So we're going to head over there. I've got a little bit of food and I got a bunch of drill charges and whatnot, and we're going to have a look at what we can do. But I'm going to hit the top of that hill, get around these silly orange trees here, and I'm probably going to want to come back here a couple of times and grab some maybe I'll do that first. I'll grab some concrete blocks, I'll grab some other supplies here, and then we'll head over and go straight up. So here's what I'll do. I'll cut here and I'll come back after I have got myself to a point where I'm ready to place the starter block, because you don't want to see me stand there filling in dirt on a mountainside. So don't go away, kids. I'll be right back. Okay, kids, we are back, sort of. I'm literally on top of the world. Let me just turn on night vision. As you can see, I can see quite a ways up, and I basically, I nerd pulled straight up from the top of a mountain. This took 4 full charges of drill charge to get up here. I did realize one little thing a little bit too late. I forgot to pack a lunch. That's right, I've got to get my guy off of this thing before he starves in 122 food. So I'm going to drill straight down and just leave this floating glob of rock up here. And then what I'll do is I'll come back up here with a small vessel and continue the build that way. So basically, I just tunneled straight up. And I'm just going to drill straight down. Hopefully. You'll start to see it break away from the edge of the edge of the building, or the edge of the structure here. And now I'm going to switch to terrain removal and blast as quickly as I can down, and we are going to fall to our death. Oh, thank goodness for jetpacks. That was something I was afraid of. Is taking that tower out is going to be almost as much challenge as putting that tower up. More so because your guy walks like a off-center, out of balance marble with little or no forward momentum. Okay, eat lunch since we remembered to get you down here. So there we have it. That is us getting down the hill, or down the down off the spire here. So I have to switch over to a different vehicle to get up. Ooh, don't go in that hole, please. Don't go in the hole. Don't go in the hole. Come on, stay out of the hole. That pit there is where the fortress POI was, and that I removed. And seriously, and is a death trap. If you get in there, it's a good 10-minute struggle to get out. I'm beginning to hate these orange trees. go. Park the sand crab in here, and we'll see if we can get this little small vessel to fly up to the top of that thing. That should be a bit of a challenge, but this will be a little bit easier to commute back and forth. I might do is make a commuter vehicle. I might do that next episode. Just literally a little small vessel that is designed for flying from here to there. Oops. Come on, level out. Thank you. Finger dyslexia, it's a bad thing. Okay, where did I put that hill? Turn the lights off. There we go. Flying around at nighttime. Aha. Oh, level off, you. Go up a little bit, over a little bit. Oops. Oh, this is not designed as a shuttle, it's designed as a fighter craft. So you push forward and she goes in that direction quickly. Stay. All right. We're back on top of that little hill here. We will do a little bit more building. Get a few more things together and we'll be back. So don't go away, kids. Hey, kids. We are back. I have taken the drone here and zapped up a fairly large chunk of dirt here. It's not as big as it looks, but it is fairly big. I mean, it's now large enough to comfortably sit the little fighter plane on. And it gives me a reasonably good starting location. I mean, it's not out of drone range yet, but it's getting there. As you can see, it's literally a floating island of stone. I'm basically right now I'm actually running low on multi-tool charge, and my drill, or not multi-tool charge, drill charge, and my drill is actually in need of repair. I've run about 20 or so drill charges through it so far up to this point, but facing straight west towards the starter base. I'm going to orient myself that way, and we're going to place this base down. Now, the thing is, of course, you're building on or in dirt. So, I mean, I wouldn't go quite below surface level, but a couple of pixels above. And if we click on this, we will switch main. And I'm going to call this Overwatch. And yes, I know that is the name of a game, and yes, I know, because all the good names have been stolen. There is no such thing as a good idea anymore. This is our Overwatch base. It basically looks over the entire planet, most of the structures on the planet. Now, of course, I'm going to build the whole base almost entirely out of concrete block, you know, quite easily. And if I bring up end menu and I go and say show structural integrity, you'll see it's bright green, which means that the integrity of the thing is held quite nicely in stone. And I can go up quite a ways, straight up. In our build without any problem whatsoever. So yeah. Goodbye. So here's my dilemma. What kind of base do I want this to be? My thoughts are either I have some kind of build that is like some kind of a star base or flying ship, like a star destroyer or something like that, or I go with something along the lines of like a steampunk idea or technopunk idea or a fantasy idea. Do I want a island that is held up and suspended by some kind of, looks like it's suspended by like balloons or hover sails, or do I want an island that's got, or a ship that has large, some kind of a thruster type design on the underside hiding the stone altogether, or do I want something that looks like it was ripped out of the landscape and it's like some kind of mystical floating city? Do I want something that's new, modern, or techno, or do I want like a steampunky idea? Do I want to build something that looks like it was just, it's literally a naval ship, like an aircraft carrier that's flying, you know, naval aircraft carrier, strap some thrusters to the side of it so it looks like it's flying. Well, of course, it won't be strapped on thrusters. It'll be, I'll build something that looks like thrusters. So I have this large flying actual aircraft carrier. Like I can take a design from, say, one of the Lord Dakar designs from Minecraft, or do I take designs from like somebody like Corrales and do some modern buildings? Like so many choices. So here's what I'm going to do. Because I have way too many ideas and not enough creativity, and the person who I had actually hoped was going to build this for me no longer plays, I'm kind of stumped, and I'm throwing this out to you guys. So let me know what you think I should attempt to build. If at all possible, include links to anybody who has built similar or same structures or anything like that, so I can get some ideas. And I'm going to build next episode, I'm going to build a small vessel just for flying up and down from the planet. Basically flying from the cowport over there to here. I guess that's grits and gas over there, not cowport. I have to finish grinding that pencil of dirt out. That's going to have to be something I'm going to have to finish. And I do need to do a lot more POI raids and just basic general survival stuff that I have to do on a daily basis. So I can afford to let this sit for 2 or 3 days while I get ideas and answers. So leave a comment, please. What do you think I should try to build? What would you think would be a cool thing to build? Or something that I should try? Like, do I make some kind of space station, a base star, fighter, or science fiction, science fiction spacecraft that's flying in, you know? Have it look like something is actually flying into the planet. Do I have like some kind of UFO, or do I have some kind of thing out of Star Wars or Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica or any one of 110,000 other TV shows? Do I make a steampunk village that it looks like it's held up by balloons? Do I make a I don't think that one's going to be very easy to do. Do I make like some kind of fantasy village, which would be totally out of character for this build, so I really don't think that one's going to be acceptable. Do I make some kind of flying base, just basically literally a large square fortress base build that the only way in is to fly through all the guns and land? Some kind of naval vessel, aircraft carrier, or something like that that's just got hovers on it. Leave your comments. Let me know what your ideas are, what you think, what kind of things you think would look cool, suggestions, and any links down in the video. But I'm going to leave this for now. I'm going to say thanks all for watching, kids, and good night for now.